Hello. So, yeah, I can see that people haven't joined us yet. So, that's another concern in India that punctuality is not valued that much. People don't really care, even if you're providing something for free. Or I can put it like this, that when something is provided for free, then the value is less. If they pay money, they'll be concerned. So, well, I'll have to wait, I believe, till more people think of joining and all. Yeah, so one person has joined. Thankfully, somebody's punctual. Who's this? Can you share your name? Happy that there's somebody who values time, not only your own time, but the time of others as well. Okay, so thank you, Shekhar, for being there on time. And it always happens that so many more people coming in soon, which is fine. Right, good. Ishika's there. So, who are the others joining in? So, we have more and more people coming in. And okay, Disha, good to see you here. All right. So we'll have to wait a little more till we have more people join in, and then we'll continue till that time. Good news for some of my students. Again, more people getting selected and sharing the news that they've got selected. And since those of you are watching are all bright, happy people, so I'd rather focus on you till then, you and you alone. Okay, so here we begin. So today, before I start off with the basics for English language, for which of course the initiative was taken, I would like to share that I was watching and listening to something that Virat Kohli shared. So Virat Kohli shared that in 2014, he was not that good, he wasn't that effective, and when he looked at himself in the mirror, he felt that he was not like an athlete. The reason he shared was that he was eating whatever he liked to eat, he was sleeping at odd hours, and there was no fitness routine. And that's when he decided that he wanted to change in his life. And he even said that his training wasn't that good. So his training also is increasing, in the sense that he had a different coach who told him not to eat much at night. So he said he found it really, really tough to stay hungry at night. He said, इतनी भूख लगती थी कि मुझे लगता था बेडशीट खा जाऊं. Because obviously डाइट कंट्रोल कर रहे थे, तो खाना तो आसपास नहीं रखा हुआ था, ऑर्डर भी नहीं करना था. So why I'm sharing this with you is that all of you are here. You set your own goals. You give a deadline to yourself that if you're already good at English and you feel that you want to crack the interview, then please focus on the questions. Just before going live, I was talking to another student and she said she cracked the interview in the first round. So I was asking her that somebody wishing good evening, fine enough, let's continue. So she said that she cracked the interview in the first attempt because she consistently put in effort for 15 days prior to the interview. And it was all those typical questions that are expected to be asked in an interview. Okay, so this was to give you an idea that even if it is English, and I can see some of you are there who already speak well. So if you've joined this, you take it as a kind of challenging yourself, that even if there is a slight mistake that you make when you communicate, you'll correct that. So now I'll start with the basics. I doubt that I'll have to check who all are there, and accordingly I'll have to take the content forward. So, except for one person who needs the basic, all of you are there who are already fine with communication. So what I'll do is I'll just touch upon the basic and then move on to certain things of your level. So here I would like to begin with that first thing that you need to know is the verb forms. So can you tell me what are the three forms for the verb seek? S-E-E-K. All bright students attending live, so I want that I'll get the answer. Yeah? Okay, so it is seek, sought, S-O-U-G-H-T. Seek, sought. So this is just to give you an idea that even if you know, you have something to learn. Okay, so today, given the audience, I will continue with direct and indirect speech. So Payal, I know I wanted to start from the basic, but since the audience is different, so I can't let them down in the sense that they're there and they don't end up learning. So will that be fine, Payal? I'm waiting for a response from you. Yeah? Shall I go ahead with what do you rest of you say? Should I go ahead with direct and indirect speech? All right. And how does it help? I'll tell you, direct and indirect. जब भी शिकायत लगाते हो ना, तो रियल लाइफ में दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ डायरेक्ट एंड डायरेक्ट स्पीच. वो ये कह रही थी, उसने ये कहा था, मैंने उसको ये कहा था, उसने आपको ये कहा था. सो ऑल दिस इज direct and indirect speech. So we'll begin with simple sentence. I said to Rohit, I play hockey. I hope you people are carrying a pen and a notebook so you can note down. I said to Rohit, I play hockey. So this is direct speech. So if it has to be converted into indirect, said after to someone becomes told. So I told Rohit, and when you remove the inverted commas, then you add in that. So I said to Rohit that I played hockey. The present always changes into past. Right? So why don't you write in 2-3 simple sentences and we'll take it a little quickly, present to past. If this is my audience, then I will talk to you personally. I'll reach out to you and then we can decide on the topic of your choice. So I believe you've written some of it. Yeah. So now let's move on to this was simple present changing into simple past. Now let's move on to the continuous part. Anjali said to Meena, inverted commas begin, I am attending the party today. Can I expect an answer from some of you? Anjali said to Meena, I am attending a party today. Can you change it in an indirect speech and just share with me? Yeah? Okay, so I'm not getting answer. In fact, the problem is I think people are losing interest also because they were not probably waiting for this topic. This is getting a little weird. I find it difficult to relate. Anyway, so we'll continue. If there are no answers from your side. So should I share a story then? Yeah. So I think if grammar is not what is catching your attention, because I see people not showing so much of interest. So I'll share a story with you today then. And the story is because we all compare ourselves to other people in our lives. And one of the causes of stress is comparison. We feel उसकी नौकरी लग गई मेरी नहीं लगी, उसकी इतने की लग गई मेरी कम की क्यों लगी, and various other reasons we compare. So I'll share the story. This is the story of a crow and a saint. So the saint was sitting under a tree meditating, and he was just about to open his eyes. His meditation was done, and before he could open his eyes, he felt that a drop had fallen on his cheek. So he just felt the cheek like this, and he realized that it may have been raining. So he looked around, and then he saw that there was no sign of rain anywhere. So he looked up the tree, and there he found a crow. So he continued to look, and he was surprised to see that the crow was crying. So he called the crow. The crow came before him, and he said, "Come on, why are you crying?" So he says, "Leave it. It's a personal matter." So the saint says, "I understand it's your personal matter, but if you share, then maybe I can help, because I have kind of some blessings which I can share with you, or which I can help you with to attain what you want to get." Just a minute. Yeah. So the crow says, "I'm not happy with my life. Look, I'm so black. Nobody likes black color. People don't like me at all. They don't offer food to me unless it is Shraddh time. When it is Shraddh, then people offer food to me. Otherwise, I have to go around and I have to search food, maybe in the dustbin. So I'm really, really unhappy with my life." So the saint says, "Then what do you want?" So he says, "I think the swan's life is really good. The way the swan lives her life, or its life, is fantastic. So can you make me a swan?" So the saint says, "Okay, I have powers. I'll make you a swan. But before that, why don't you go and meet the swan once and ask the swan about its life and find out, and then you can come back and I'll make you a swan." So the crow goes there, and he finds a swan there in a pond, and he says to the swan that, "Look, what a beautiful color. You're so white. You look so lovely. You don't have to go hunt around for food. You're there in the pond, limited area. You enjoy your life. People come to you. They click your pics. They wait that they get to see you so that they can click the pics. So I'm sure you have the best life, swan. You're happy with your life." So the swan says, "Who said I'm happy? Who told you I'm happy with my life? Look, white color is so dull. When somebody dies, then we wear white color. People wear white color. I don't like. And I'm restricted to the pond. I can't go out much. You people can go wherever you want. I can't. I'm not happy with my life." So the crow was a little surprised. So the crow shares with the swan that, "I have a saint who knows me, and the saint will help us become what we want." So the swan says, "Okay, then I would also like that saint to help me." So then they again reach the saint, and they say that, "We are not happy with our lives." So the saint says, "Then what do you want to be?" So both of them, the swan then says that, "Parrot's life is so good. Parrot is so colorful. People like to keep it as a pet. They keep parrot at home. They feed the parrot lovingly. And I think we should be parrots." Same thing then the saint said, "Go to the parrot, ask the parrot about his life, and then I'll make you parrots." So both the swan and the crow go around in jungle. Now they have a tough time finding the parrot because in the jungle everything is green and so is the parrot. But finally they come across one parrot, and then they ask the parrot that you must be really happy with your life. What do you say? So the parrot says that, who said I'm happy? Who told you I'm happy? I'm not happy with my life. Then they ask him, what is the reason? Why are you not happy with your life? So he says that, look, I'm sure you must have had a great difficulty finding me in the jungle. My color is green, and so is the jungle. So even if someone wants to meet me, someone wants to talk to me, it's such a long time they take to identify me. Then people keep me in the cage. I don't like that. Then they said, okay, then who do you think is happy? So the parrot says, I think the peacock is happy. Look at the way the peacock is. So beautiful, so nice. So then three of them go back to the saint, and the saint says the same thing, that, okay, are you ready? Then you want to be parrots? They say, no, 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 no. We want to be peacocks now. So the saint repeats the same thing, that you go to the peacock, talk to him, and then we'll decide. So then finally, the three of them go and look for the peacock. So when they finally look for the peacock and they start talking, they says, wow, your feathers are so lovely. People just like clicking your pics. They like to keep your feathers in their home. Even your feathers are used for prayers. You're so lucky. I think your life is the best when it comes to birds. And now the peacock says, who says I'm the happiest? Who told you? So they said, we feel so. So he said, no, I'm not happy. You know how difficult my life is? If you keep quiet for a while and stand here for almost an hour, you'd realize that there are hunters waiting to hunt me all over. My life is so at risk every time. So much at risk every now and then. So now if I dance, then also people later on look for an opportunity to pull my feathers. No, I'm not happy with my life. Then they ask, who do you think is happy then? So the peacock says, crow, I think you are the happiest. Nobody ever puts you in a cage. You are free. All other people are there in the zoo. You would never see a crow in the zoo. People can see you otherwise. You have all the freedom. You can do what you want. So then they realize that yes, it's not worth comparing ourselves to others. And I'll add in here, there was a time when I also used to compare, and it is very natural for all humans. When animals compare, when birds compare, so you can understand humans are smarter, they would compare. And I remember going to jobs where my salary was comparatively less. So I asked the director that if my work is the same, in fact, if I might be doing better work, then why should I not compare? So they did not answer in detail as to why I should not compare, but the reply was, don't compare. Now I realize now, I'll put it across in Hindi, it'll be more interesting and meaningful. सबकी जर्नी अलग होती है, सबके काम अलग होते हैं, सबके पिछले कर्म अलग होते हैं. तो जब सबकी जर्नी अलग है, सबके काम अलग हैं, तो आउटपुट भी अलग ही होगा. तो कंपेयर करने से होता क्या है कि हम ही परेशान हो जाते हैं. And now this does not mean that don't set your goals. This does not mean that don't have good hopes. Be hopeful, set your goals, set your targets, but at the same time, don't feel bad if someone else is better than you. वक्त आता है सबका, अलग अलग टाइम पे अलग अलग लोगों को प्रोग्रेस मिलती है. Have you seen Boman Irani, the actor? कितनी लेट एज में आके उसको सक्सेस मिली है. KFC के जिन्होंने KFC स्टार्ट किया एट द एज ऑफ 65. तो अभी आप डिसहार्टन मत होइए अगर आपकी एकदम से जॉब नहीं लगती है, कोई और बेटर कर रहा है. वेट, योर टाइम विल ऑल्सो कम. तो कहानी तो सुना दी, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर हाउ मेनी पीपल लाइक्ड इट एंड अंडरस्टूड इट. लेट मी गेट योर रिस्पॉन्स. Would you prefer listening to stories or no? Yeah, so I have some people here. Yes. Okay. Shall I go ahead with conditionals? चलिए ठीक है, अब आपको कंडीशनल सिखाते हैं थोड़े. जो बच्चे पढ़ रहे हैं उनको तो आगे पढ़ा ही देते हैं. सो कंडीशनल्स होते हैं. ओके, somebody shared something. Okay, fine. All right. A little difficult for me that, like, I mean, I'm not, again, I said learning, just understanding. So we'll read that again a little in detail. So, all right, so I'll go ahead with conditionals now. So conditionals are when you imagine the situation and you want to do that. Like, if I were. अब थोड़ा अलग लग रहा होगा किसी किसी को कि if I were तो इंग्लिश होती नहीं है, if I was होता है. Yes, if I was वैसे होता है, but otherwise it is if I were. That day I taught you models: can, could, may, might, and today you're going to study conditional. So how can you use it? If I were a doctor, I would have given free treatment to people. So, all right, thank you. Now, please write this down. If I were a doctor, I would have treated the patients free of cost. I don't know, I'll try. I don't know if I can take a screenshot here. Okay. Right? So now this, in this case, जब आप इमेजिन कर रहे हो कि अगर मैं डॉक्टर होता, तो you can have multiple options to answer. So one is I would have, अगर आपको naturally लगता है कि आप यही करते, right? And yes, it is not wish exactly. Here I'd like to correct. One student is asking if it is used to express a wish. नहीं, ये जरूरी नहीं आपकी विश है, आप सिर्फ इमेजिन कर रहे हो. जैसे आप किसी को कहते हो मैं तेरी जगह होती ना तो मैं उसको बता देती, मैं तेरी जगह होती तो उसको सही कर देती. So it is not a wish, it is a condition that you're thinking of. Conditional, condition, कि अगर ऐसा होता. जैसे आप कहते हो अगर मेरे पास इतने सारे पैसे होते ना तो मैं गरीबों में बांट देती, मेरे पास इतने सारे पैसे होते तो मैं ये ड्रेस खरीद लेती. तो मोर देन द विश, इट इज अ कंडीशन यू आर इमेजिनिंग. सो फर्स्ट रूल इज कि इसमें आप वर ही लगाओगे, आप वॉज नहीं लगा सकते, बिकॉज ये इमेजिनरी सेंटेंसेस हैं. इमेजिनरी सेंटेंसेस इमेजिन कर रहे हो आप. सो नाउ आई विल टेक द सेम एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई वर अ डॉक्टर, और उसी से बाकी सारे बनाते हैं. सो इफ आई वर अ डॉक्टर, I could have treated patients free of cost. पहले हमने बोला मैं करता, अब आप कह रहे हो मैं कर सकता था, could have, right? तो इसी तरह से आप अपनी कॉपी में एक सेंटेंस बनाइए, कुछ भी आप अपने आप को इमेजिन करिए कि मैं ऐश्वर्या राय होती या मैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर होता, कुछ भी बन जाइए. एंड मेक अ सेंटेंस विद वन विद वुड हैव एंड वन विद कुड हैव. बनाइए, जितने मैं आपके कमेंट्स पढ़ना सीखती हूँ. ऑल राइट, फाइन. सो एटलीस्ट जितने बच्चे हैं वो तो सीख रहे हैं. Where have all gone? ये सेंटेंस लिखते हैं तो लाइव में नहीं दिखता क्या? Where have the students vanished? यार ये थोड़ा मामला गड़बड़ी लगता है मुझे इसके अंदर, समझ नहीं आता. Otherwise, I can see many here, but then when it comes to there, I see a little less. Okay. Okay, so we move forward. So if I were a doctor, I would have, I could have, and next is कि आपको लगता है कि हो सकता है ऐसा होता. So you might say, if I were a doctor, I may have treated patients free of cost. यानी हो सकता है मैं करता. Next is might have. So this is in continuation. I think Bharti is there and somebody else is there. So you are able to understand. उस दिन आपने सीखे थे models. Now this is a different usage of models. So may have, might have. I might have treated the patients free of cost. Okay. How many of you are still there? Can I get your hello or hi so that I can identify you're still there or not there? Okay. This is another experience. I get to know that it's not that easy as it seems. All right. Okay, great, Bharti. Your sentence is right. Others? Okay. I don't know why it's not showing there much. बीच बीच में बच्चे इधर उधर चले जाते हैं, शायद ये क्लासेस का नतीजा है लाइव क्लासेस के बाद. Okay, anybody else there? All right. So I may have, you've done, I might have, and now is करना चाहिए था मुझे ऐसा. So if I were a doctor, I should not have charged heavy fee. Right? Oh, good to see some people here. Wonderful. But why you people are responding also, but in the count it's not showing. Maybe I'll get smarter with time and understand better. So have you understood if I were, the usage of if I were? Could have, would have, may have, might have, should have. So these are called conditionals, and also you can say imaginary sentences where you imagine yourself in different situations, right? Okay. Do you have any questions? Have you understood it? All right, so here comes a suggestion that I should try with laptop. I'll take in your suggestion and do it with laptop. But the point is that I don't know why the students have this habit of coming in and going out. Why is it so common? Okay, so all have whoever attended have said they've understood. So maybe I'll look for something more interesting next time. I think I should wrap it up now, children. Fine for today, this much. I'll come up with another relevant topic for advanced level now. I think beginners level students have not shown much of interest. It's people who are already good, they want to be better. Right. So we call it a day now. Call it a day means जब हम कुछ खत्म करते हैं, ऐसे आज के लिए इतना काफी है कहते हैं. So I'll say I'll call it a day now. I'll wrap it up. Active and passive voice. Okay, Prashant, I'll share active and passive voice. So let's begin with simple present tense here. So active and passive कहाँ use होता है? I hope the others are also interested. One student has put this question about active passive. So active passive आप use करते हैं जहाँ आपको highlight नहीं करना होता किसी चीज को, स्पेशली पैसिव वॉइस. एक्टिव तो आप डायरेक्टली बोल देते हैं. जैसे सपोजिंग आपने कोई इनाम जीता, आपने कोई ट्रॉफी जीती, तो आप कहेंगे मैंने जीती, मैंने किया है ये. बट जैसे ही कोई नुकसान की बात होएगी, लेट्स से आपके हाथ से टीवी का रिमोट छूट गया और गिर गया, तब आप ये नहीं कहोगे मैंने तोड़ा, तब आप कहोगे टूट गया. सो द वेरी फैक्ट कि उसमें आप अपने ऊपर हाईलाइट कर रहे हो, जो आप एक्टिव वॉइस में बोलते हैं मैंने किया, मैंने ये अचीव किया, मैंने किया. बट जैसे ही गलती होती है तो आप कहते हैं हो गया. सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस इन एक्टिव एंड पैसिव, दैट व्हेन यू वांट टू फोकस ऑन द डूअर तो आप एक्टिव वॉइस यूज करते हो. व्हेन यू वांट टू फोकस ऑन द वर्क डन, then you use passive voice. So I'll share some examples. I am playing with a ball. या सिंपल से स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं. I cut the vegetables. तो अब एक्टिव पैसिव में ये रूल होता है कि शुरू का जो पार्ट है वो एंड में चला जाता है और एंड का शुरू में आ जाता है. जैसे I cut the vegetables, तो द वेजिटेबल्स आगे आ जाएगा, यानी ऑब्जेक्ट जिसको आप बोलते हैं, और आई पीछे चला जाएगा. तो आई चेंजेस टू मी, ही चेंजेस टू हिम, शी चेंजेस टू हर, दे चेंजेस टू देम. ये सारे रूल्स हैं. यू रिमेन्स यू, राइट? So if I give you another sentence, can you just change it? She throws the ball. इसको change करके बताइए passive में. She throws the ball. Yeah. Okay, I haven't got any answers here. I'm finding it a little difficult to read. Can we use only passive? Like उनको खाना, the ball is being thrown by her. थोड़ा करेक्शन होएगा इसके अंदर. नहीं, खाली पैसिव आप यूज नहीं करते हैं. अगर हाँ, आपको अगर हमेशा फोकस ही नहीं करना कौन कर रहा है तो आप पैसिव यूज कर सकते हैं. बाकी इधर मैं करेक्ट करूंगी आंसर. आई थ्रो द बॉल को आप चेंज करेंगे, द बॉल इज थ्रोन बाय मी. तो रूल क्या कहता है? फर्स्ट रूल इज ऑलवेज यूज थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब इन पैसिव वॉइस. एक्टिव में कुछ भी हो, पैसिव में आप थर्ड फॉर्म ही लगाएंगे, राइट? सो एक और सेंटेंस लिखिए. आई मेक सेंटेंसेस। अब पीछे की तरफ आप देखिए कि सेंटेंसेस है, सेंटेंस नहीं है, दोनों ले लीजिए। आई मेक अ सेंटेंस, तो सेंटेंस आगे आ जाएगा। अ सेंटेंस इज, बिकॉज एक है सेंटेंस, और थर्ड फॉर्म मेड, बाय आप लगाते हैं लास्ट में। अ सेंटेंस इज मेड बाय मी, और अगर वो ही हो जाता है आई मेक सेंटेंसेस, तो प्लूरल हो जाएगा। सेंटेंसेस आर मेड बाय मी। यस, तो ये आपको ध्यान रखना है कि पहले में इज है शुरुआत में, तो लास्ट में क्या है? तो लास्ट में अगर प्लूरल है तो आर हो जाएगा। लास्ट में सिंगुलर है, जैसे आई थ्रो द बॉल, बॉल एक ही है, तो द बॉल इज थ्रोन बाय मी। Yes, good. So some of the students are participating actively, which is very good. Now the next point is, let me check who all are there active, because फिर मैं उन्हीं को ही ज़्यादा डील करूँगी. Some students, okay. Next is Ritu goes to college. क्या ये चेंज होएगा? क्या इसका पैसिव बनेगा? रितु गोज टू कॉलेज? नहीं बनेगा। तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि किस सेंटेंस में पैसिव आएगा और किसका पैसिव नहीं होगा? आपको ऐसे पता चलेगा कि आप वर्ब के बाद क्वेश्चन पूछिए। व्हाट, जैसे हमने बोला आई थ्रो द बॉल, तो आप क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं थ्रो व्हाट। तो अगर आपको व्हाट का आंसर मिल जाता तो वो चेंज हो जाता है, लेकिन अगर आपको व्हाट का आंसर नहीं मिलता, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू मच इनटू ग्रामर दैट वे कि ट्रांजिटिव इंट्रांजिटिव, थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन नहीं हो, आपको सिंपल रख रहे हैं। तो थ्रो के बाद कोई भी वर्ब, अब इसमें आपने बोला रितु गोज टू स्कूल, तो रितु गोज व्हाट का कोई आंसर नहीं है, इसीलिए चेंज नहीं हो सकता। अगर मैं बोलूंगी आई यूज एन आईफोन, तो अगर आप क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे यूज व्हाट, उसका आंसर आ रहा है आईफोन, तो चेंज हो जाएगा। एन आईफोन इज यूज्ड बाय मी। क्लियर? आई होप इट्स क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू। या ओके, भारती, आर यू देयर? Is it clear to you? Now we move on to the next part. This was present simple. Simple present में आप जो करते हो उसका है ये. Next is present continuous. उसी सेंटेंस को ले लेते हैं तो थोड़ा आपको इजी रहेगा समझने में. I am throwing the ball. तो जब am आ जाता है प्रेजेंट में, तो आप उसको पैसिव में चेंज करते हैं, तो आप बीइंग लगाते हैं, BEING. ठीक है? I am throwing the ball. The ball is being thrown by me. तो पैसिव में बीइंग लग जाता है जब एक्टिव में am लगता है. am is are कुछ भी लग सकता है एक्टिव में, तो पैसिव में आपका BEING लग जाएगा. So I'm throwing the ball is being thrown by me. She's teaching the students. फिर वो रूल तो हमेशा रहेगा कि लास्ट में एक है या ज्यादा है. तो अगर आप लास्ट में बोलते हैं आई एम टीचिंग अ स्टूडेंट, तो इज आ जाएगा. अ स्टूडेंट इज बीइंग टॉट बाय मी. राइट? अ स्टूडेंट इज बीइंग टॉट बाय मी, बट उसी को मैं अगर स्टूडेंट्स कह देती हूं, आई टीच द स्टूडेंट्स, तो वो फिर बन जाएगा स्टूडेंट्स आर बीइंग टॉट बाय मी. तो एक बार आपके लिए रूल का रिकैप कर देती हूं. रूल इज कि अगर एक्टिव में इज एम आर के साथ वर्ब के साथ आईएनजी आ रहा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम सिंगिंग अ सॉन्ग, तो एम आ गया और सिंगिंग आ गया, तो उसका रिप्लाई में आप चेंज करेंगे उसको, अ सॉन्ग इज बीइंग, BEING, अ सॉन्ग इज बीइंग संग बाय मी। अगर आपने ये रूल याद रख लिया तो आप जिंदगी भर गलती नहीं करेंगे। 1 मिनट और वेट करिएगा, पता नहीं जिस ऑडियो इज टू लाउड देयर। Yeah. So now we'll move to another one. I'll again recap ताकि आपको परमानेंटली याद हो जाए, बार बार आपको एक्टिव पैसिव हर कुछ साल में डाउट नहीं हुए। तो फर्स्ट वन था आई ईट अ चॉकलेट, तो उसके अंदर आपने पीछे देखा अ चॉकलेट इज ईटन बाय मी, थर्ड फॉर्म तो लगनी ही लगनी है, इसमें इज लग गया, और नेक्स्ट वाले में जहां पे आप आईएनजी लगा रहे हैं, आई एम ईटिंग अ चॉकलेट, तो उसमें आप पैसिव में बीइंग लगा देंगे, अ चॉकलेट इज बीइंग ईटन बाय मी, राइट? Now we move on to the third part. You want to continue? I keep checking in this because सामने तो है नहीं, तो पता चलना चाहिए बच्चों से कि उनको इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है, आज के लिए इतना ही पढ़ना चाहते हैं। तो आप बताइए, एक्टिव पैसिव आप कंटिन्यू करना चाहते हैं? All those who are there can answer. Chocolate is being eaten by me. Very good. Yes, so Prashant is being very active. Happy to see your participation. Where do the others miss out? Yeah. हाँ, मॉडल्स भी यूज हो जाते हैं, बट अभी आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप जाइए, आपका मॉडल्स किसे भी सिखा देंगे कैसे चेंज होता है, बट फर्स्ट एक बार बेस इसका क्लियर हो जाएगा तो फिर आप बहुत जल्दी जल्दी खुद ही करने लग जाएंगे चेंज, राइट? ओके, सो आई कंटिन्यू देन, थर्ड वाले पे जाऊं? ओके, all right, fine, then we will continue again after I mean maybe day after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll continue with this and students can relax now, right? So good night all of you, see you tomorrow same time, bye bye.